The Indy Alley sure ain't for bowling. It's for any comic book news.
Depend on us to bring you independent comic book news. Indie Comic Book News, episode 81, The Tower of Trombones.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Indie News.
Indie News. Hey Jeff, Indie News number
81.
81.
Really?
And all IDW 80 Indie News. 80 News. All IDW Indie News. And Indie News is coming to you from this place over here, Alternate Reality, which as always is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my independent comics, all my new ones are and always have been 15% off every day for everyone. Doesn't matter who publishes them. They're 15% off all my new ones every day for everyone. Like I said, this is an all IDW Indie News. And our first story up involves the Dave Stevens sketchbook, which IDW is planning on doing something with.
Yeah, they're actually shipping in July. It's a Dave Stevens sketchbook. It'll have, during 2000, 2001, 2002, he did like 4 sketchbooks, which I guess he was selling in stores.
Okay.
I remember, but IDW is going to collect all that into a big, huge, honking sketchbook, and then have a whole bunch of stuff.
A honking one?
Haunted, yeah, that has never been published. So if you're looking for a whole bunch of Dave Stevens stuff that has never been seen before, it'll be available in July in this really strange shaped format, which I think is like $30 or something like that. But Dave Stevens is cool.
Okay. And they're also going to do...
They're going to do, for all you fans of Parker.
Rich Parker.
For all you fans of Darwin Cook's Richard Starks Parker, you will have a Richard Starks Parker, the Martini edition, which will collect Darwin Cook's adaptations of The Hunter and The Outfoot. The book will be in the same size as the Man with a Getaway Face preview comic, which is right behind Jeff, right over there.
Yes.
It'll be in that format. It's right
over there. That's it.
It'll be in this format.
Yes, it will.
But it'll come in a slipcase edition. It'll also contain a lot of extras, including an original 8-page story that'll only be available inside the Martini editions. Now,
we do hours of pre-production work on this show, by the way, before we ever go in front of the cameras.
We did.
Hours of pre-production work.
Now, Cook's got...
What the?
Hey, it's no longer mint. Cook's got 2 more.
Every book here is in mint condition.
He's got 2 more of these things planned out, and those will be collected in the same format as well. And by the time that happens, Jason Statham and Taylor Hackford are going to be doing a movie version of Parker.
Yeah.
So it'll be everywhere.
IDW has also worked a deal out with Marvel. That's right, Marvel, to do artists' edition books. These are big books with a big price tag attached to them.
Yeah, it's basically the original art. The first one will be a Walt Simonson's Mighty Thor. It'll have Thor 337 to 340 and 360 to 362. This is the first one they've announced. Apparently at the San Diego Con they're going to announce a whole lot more. Marvel basically was approached by IDW about doing this because IDW really likes doing these big oversized books, and Marvel thought it was pretty cool and said go right ahead. These books are all shot from the original pencils, and so IDW editor went over to Walt Simonson's house, and Simonson apparently has all of his original art, and he allowed them to scan it, and so it'll look really nice. But you'll have just the art, no lettering, nothing else, just the original big, huge honking pages.
Okay, that sounds cool.
It's all the Beta Ray. It's all the Beta Ray Thor stuff.
Yeah, the Beta Ray Thor stuff when he first showed up. John Byrne, who has been working at IDW for a while.
No, you're skipping something.
I am?
Yes, you are.
What am I skipping?
IDW is also doing a comic book adaptations of Anne Rice's Servant of the Bones, to be co-written by Anne Rice herself, and Mariah Huner, and art with Renee DeLise, who did The Last Unicorn. There will also be a second Rocketeer Adventures limited series in 2012, because the first one was not only very popular, but there's a whole bunch of artists out there who said, we really would love to do some Rocketeer stuff. And I know you've only got 4 issues, and could you please give us a chance to do some more?
Like I said, we do hours of pre-production before we ever sit down in front of the camera. Anyway, as I was saying, John Byrne, who's been
everyone's favorite
at IDW for a while now, doing all sorts of stuff like Jurassic Park and some Star Trek stuff, because then they can put on his gravestone that he worked on Jurassic Park and Star Trek and Superman and every other goddamn thing that anybody could recognize in comic books. John Byrne's fingerprints are on. He has got a new series, a brand new series, one you've never heard of before, that he's going to do at IDW.
It's actually going to be a series of limited series called Cold War. The first 4-issue limited series will ship in October, and it deals with a retired MI6 agent who was brought back into the fold by the British Secret Service to deal with major issues that only he can handle.
Sounds exciting.
So it's actually his artwork.
It's called James Bond, isn't it?
No, well, no. This is an old fogey guy.
Oh, an old guy.
This is an old
Okay.
This is
So this is the Equalizer.
This is David Niven. Yeah, this is David Niven, James Bond.
So this is the Equalizer.
Yes.
What was that? What was that Masterpiece Theater British spy thing? Tinker Tailor Soldier.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
That he was an old guy that was brought back out.
Yeah,
to
it was John Le Carré's. Actually, that's gonna be in the movie too.
The spy who came in from the
The Spy Came Over the Coal. Richard Burton was in that one. Actually,
So anyway, John Burns is doing a comic book based on that. He's
He's-
calling it Cold War.
he's doing a spy comic.
Should be riveting.
Speaking of Star Trek, as I mentioned a few minutes ago,
Star Trek.
IDW hasn't done anything with Star Trek in a little while, primarily because they're waiting for something to get made.
You know,
to
the
come
second
out
film.
for people to care about Star Trek again. But there's something coming. There's something coming.
IDW basically announced yesterday they're going to be doing a new Star Trek comic, which will follow the events in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie. The series will be written by Mike Johnson. He's one of the guys who worked on the Green Lantern book. He's all over the place.
Yes.
He worked on the movie. And it'll be drawn by some guy named Stephen Molnar. Now, the first arc will tell a new version of the second pilot episode of Star Trek, Where No Man Has Gone Before. But this is a new series based in the Abrams continuity, and so they can do anything they want with classic stories and just twist the living hell out of them.
Wonderful. I'm sure fans will love that. And that's it. We're done. We're finished right here. We got no more indie news, but you can go to the store's website, check out all of Bo's news. And where's the store's website at? You know where it is.
Alright, Queen of Redundancy here. www.myalternatereality.com.
So, go to the store's website, check it all out. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And Bo.
saying
Cut!
bye!
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.